Shalom. Kol Halo, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, Hashem Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostles and the elder bishops of GMS, including the elder that came before them that taught us its truth. And Shalom and salutation to all the brothers out pushing the word, in truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David, to the Akwat that are listening and learning, being a pillar of rest, the 144,000 and one third, the hopeful elect of Israel. Let's talk about the movie. I believe is going to be the name of this lesson. I'm going to do a formal lesson on it. I want to watch it again. I want to watch the movie again. The movie being Leave the World Behind, right? And there's a whole lot to unpack. So I just want to talk about it a little bit because I finally got to watch it. When I was trying to watch it, it appeared that my internet was acting really funny, and it wouldn't allow me. It wouldn't play. So it was like I was being precluded for a minute. I'm like, in the spirit, I'm like, what's going on? So anyway, finally, this is hours later. I tried it again. It worked. Apparently, my wife, went on, ran some diagnostic tests or whatever. But I watched it, and I got some little reports from people saying that the way that it ended wasn't right. I didn't see that. I saw that it ended the way that it should have, right? I think people were distracted with the ending, right, because you wanted more. But everything that they needed to say in that movie, including the ending. The little girl and friends, that was her way of distracting herself. There's a lot of ostriches out there. Right here, you can clearly see the world is coming to the end. The animals are trying to tell us something, right? Animals leaving their place. That's one of the precepts that'll come in the lesson. But what she did is she succeeded at distracting herself until after. See, we know that it ain't gonna be a couple of bombs because at the end of the movie, what happened at the end of the movie? Well, the nukes came in. Okay, the nukes, the lake of fire. That's what this is, a picture of the lake of fire. Anyway, they had the underground bunkers, right? They had the prepping. They had the conspiracy theorists. So they were they were touching on everything. They were demonizing the men of the Lord. they were accomplishing a lot with the movie. Now, predictive programming or revelation of the method. Okay, predictive programming is the conspiratorial way of saying whatever this is supposed to be predictive programming. Them getting the message out before them, right? Revelation of the method. Let's look at that. Let's look that up. Okay, because this is the esoteric name. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, it's a book. It's a story. Come on. The revelation of the method is an occult ritual, usually or used casually. The implication is always the same. When the cryptocracy commits major, let's look at this. See how it's hidden? The very word occult means hidden. Okay? So, of course, this revelation of the method is occultic. It's a secret. It's a well-kept secret like the Masons, which is now getting out, right? People didn't just throw the word Illuminati around 20 years ago, right? We were looking crazy, all right, until they started rapping about it. Revelation method, messenger of the Most High. Yeah, what's his name, nigga? Okay, so let's go here real quick. Salakia, I'm kind of rambling, but this is just a talk. We're talking, we're having a little talk about the movie. The revelation of the method is an occult ritual used casually. The implication is always the same when the cryptocracy commits major crimes. They will broadcast their intentions in advance. Here it is, right here. To broadcast their intentions in advance through popular movies and television to avoid consequences of universal law. What are the consequences of universal law? Okay? You can't just kill somebody. It's like uh, Barnabas Collins, if you understand who Barnabas Collins is, in Dark Shadows. Everybody knows that a vampire can't come into the house and suck your blood unless you invite him in. Okay, and those are the consequences of universal law. If he went in there and just started sucking your blood, it's against the rules. There are rules to this. There's rules to sucking blood. All right, it's a what? It's a occultic ritual. Drinking blood is what? It's an occultic ritual. Okay, you start getting into the consequences of universal law. Hey, uh, Yahushua's blood was shed for the remission of sins as a sacrifice, right? So these devils on the left hand side, they got the wicked side, but the blood it still plays its role, right? It just depends on what side you're on, all right? So don't twist my word. Oh, you nigga. There's the righteous side and there's the wicked side, okay? You got precious stones uh, or the beads that we wear, okay, that they can be used for good or they can be used for bad, right? The Most High, false balance is an abomination. Anyway, so we have revelation of the method, right, which is pretty much succinctly covered right there, whoever did this. But here's this, which is revelation of the method. Go back to this guy, predictive programming. We all know what that is. Okay. So what was the overall message? Okay. If this is predictive programming, if this is revelation of the method, what do they want us to know? Okay. And I know I'm rambling, but we're talking. This is a talk, right? This is a talk about the movie. So, and the precepts are coming. This is what I believe, and I heard this in the movie, and they're trying to push it, right? Because I don't completely believe uh, anything that Barack Obama would say. Barack Obama is a witch. He's a high-level witch, right? Augur is a witch ceremony, and inaugural is a witch ceremony. See, we know these things. So he's initiated witch, and for initiated in everybody's face, revelation of the method. Okay, so what Obama wants you to believe, right, through this movie, is there's even though there is a cabal, a wicked ass cabal that runs the earth, they are not running it. They are not actually in nobody. And here's the way they said it, and they kind of bypassed Yahweh Bashim Yahushai by even saying it. Nobody's in control. We just react to the way things happen. It's not, they were basically, it's not us. We don't have that kind of power. Well, somebody does. Somebody is working directly with the spiritual demons. Say, we understand that too. Okay? And whoever can summon the spiritual demon Satan and have him sit down at the table, that's the head of the snake. And they have power to do some of the things that are going on because we understand spiritual power. Just like, all right, Yahweh Shah was doing hella miracles. So what's the opposite of that? Well, the spiritual demon Satan has uh, permission and authority from the Most High to do certain things himself, okay? And he shares that with these devils, okay? Which is where some of this technology, and that's their side. Their spiritual power is technology, which is a counterfeit of the actual thing. But hey, you gotta use what was given to you, right? So anyway, what was said was, and this is the crux of the movie, I believe. What was said was, the best we can hope for is a heads up. Remember that? That's coming from Obama. Here's what he wants us to believe. Well, we don't really, we don't really have this magic. We're kind of just winging it because nobody's really in control. The best what we're really good at, us witches and devils up there at the top, is we know how to read the tea leaves, which is witchcraft, right? Clouds in your coffee, right? You're so vain. I bet you think this song is about you, don't you? Don't you? Okay, so witchcraft is what this guy specializes in, okay, which is spiritual on the left. But anyway, all right, the best you can hope for is a heads up. What is a heads up? It's a sign. Ezekiel 33 and 17, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore give them a sign from me, right? Therefore hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me. The warning, the heads up. The best we can do is hope for a heads up, and then what you going to do with it, okay? Well, you learn the scriptures and then you do them, all right? Warn people immediately, give them warning from me. Warning, warn them, all right? The warning is the heads up. And we threaten, we using threats, okay? And shall tell it them from me. Give them warning. When you hear a message that comes from me, you are to warn them for me. Okay? So, what is the message? What is the warning? It's a heads up. All these things are coming. Okay? All these things, the cyber attack, the blackout, the satellites going down, right? They can do that whenever they want to and make up a story, right? And what does it all go back to? It all goes back to revelation of the method. The revelation of the method is an occult ritual. You got to understand that first. That's why they made the movie, because it's an occult ritual. Casually, the implication is always the same. They will broadcast their intentions in advance, right? The major crime that's being committed is called the NWO. And they're broadcasting their intentions in advance through popular movies and television to avoid consequences of universal law. So they're playing the game the right way. You can't be mad at the devil. He's just doing sloppy. doing what devils do. Okay? But the men of the Lord, we see and we know, right? And we're warning. Okay? They're warning their people, we're warning our people. People were reacting differently to what was going on. You had Jake, right? Jake, the movie set it up. They set up a black and white, fight, really, Civil War, and but Jake was in control. If you couldn't tell, Jake had the house, Jake had the car, Jake had the poise. Isaiah 4:1 came into effect when Julia Roberts found herself in the brother's arms, and then he had to go through the scriptures in his head and say, "Oh, no, can't do this. Sit not at all." But okay, and everything you can sit there, you can pick the movie apart, right? But the thing is to know what is coming, because that's their intention. Hey, here it comes, right? Here's what you can expect, right? The whole money situation. I don't have my phone. I don't have my credit cards. Don't work. I got this cash though. Okay. They touched on everything, but what we're supposed to do is break it down. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna watch the movie again, right? And this time I have a pad and pencil next to me, and I'm gonna write down when I see something. I'm gonna write down the theme, and then come back and do a real lesson, and break down what it is that I was able to perceive. Okay, so I'm gonna get one more. We're gonna go. I'll go ahead and start working on the other one. I'm gonna watch it again probably later on today. Stand now, right? Because all of this is the only way that this devil could get what he wants is what he's doing. He understands. Where is it? Stand now without it. Where is it? Okay, Isaiah 47:12. Let's go to the whole thing here and start. Yeah, start at 10. Okay, because again, the men of the Lord, we know, right? There was a long time that we didn't know until we learned the truth and studied the truth, and now we are part of that truth. This is Isaiah 47:10. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none seeth me. There was a long time they were getting away right in our face. They were doing shit, laughing, right? Because we didn't understand anything. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee, and thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me, trying to be the Most High. Therefore shall evil come upon thee. Thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee, and thou shalt not be able to put it off. And desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. All right, so this is the destruction that's coming to him. But now the Most High he's gonna taunt him. Stand now with thine enchantments, your witchcraft, okay, and with the multitude of thy sorceries, right? That witchcraft again, multitude of revelation of the method, pure sorcery, using the medium, right? A sorceress needs a medium, somebody between the spirit world and the physical world, right? Wherein thou hast labored from thy youth, if so be thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail. Make someone afraid of you, right? Thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. This is the Most High is taunting this devil and saying, nigga, the little power that I gave you, I can easily overcome, and your time is up. All right? So it's all witchcraft in the end, revelation of the method, predictive programming, right? Well, guess what? One more. Uh, no. What is it? Enchantment. Yep. Guess what? Numbers 23 and 23. This is why it doesn't work. We can see this, right? I'll get enchantment in a minute. Listen to this guy.
Wow. I am absolutely stunned. The movie that I'm going to be reviewing today that was just released, and warning, there are going to be spoilers, but there's enough subtext shrouded in mystery there that even if you watch this video, which I would strongly encourage you to, because we're going to be talking about things that you are not going to see to a T exactly what is going to happen beyond 2024. We're talking about cyber attack preceding civil unrest, preceding conventional conflict, nuclear conflict, hybrid warfare, World War III, the whole 9 yards, with that tinge of hyperbolic exaggeration that we're accustomed to.
Go watch that. I want to show this one thing, because I want to talk about my boy Dupree, who comes down to the camp all the time. Right here. What does that mean? Slovakia. Look at that. Slovakia, give me 3 seconds. Bear with me. 2, 3. This is what I want. Okay? So what does this represent? And I'm being stupid. I'm going to go ahead and close right now. What does this represent? This and all of this. Not the 666. He wrote that in there. What does this backdrop mean? Everything means something. He goes into it.
Seen it so blatant in a movie before. So on this side of him, you have a 6, okay? 666, the mark of the beast. Now,
666 is not the mark of the beast. 666 is the number of his name, right? The number of the beast. But the mark goes in your hand or in your forehead. Anyway, this is the blue sky, and this is the Most High cracking it. When the Most High cracked that sky, I had to throw that in there for good measure. When God cracked that sky, when God cracked that sky, that's what this is. All right, just having fun. All right, so when God cracked that sky. All right, so yeah, let's talk about the movie. Numbers 23 and 23. Surely there is no enchantment against Jacob, neither is there any divination against Israel. I'm going to start reading like IUIC, like, surely there is no enchantment against Jacob, neither is there any divination in Israel. According to this time, it shall be said of Jacob and of Israel, what hath the Most High wrought? Let's read that here. No curse can touch Jacob. No magic has any power against Israel. We can see right through. We have the They Live glasses on, and we're exposing you niggas. Now you got to get desperate. For now it will be said of Jacob, what wonders the Most High has done for Israel. Yeah, we see. For now it will be said of Jacob, what wonders the Most High has done for you lowly Negroes, Latinos, Native American. You have eyes to see. Anyway, I'll end it right there. Stay tuned for the actual lesson. This was just a talk. So with that, we hope that the elect were edifying you brothers and few sisters. With that, shalom.